Okay, YouTube, I have a BC XL 1000. It's an older one. It's a 2005, and I just picked it up. Seems to be in pretty decent shape. I say decent shape in a sense. This is the belt. There's supposed to be 5 of those rands. So I just replaced the new belt here, and I was on Facebook and I couldn't find any video showing me how to replace it. So I'll tell you what I did. First I unhooked the light. There's a cable that goes on the back. Then I loosened up the 2 grease nipples over here and cut off all the zip ties so I could spin these free. Now obviously one spun free and the other one's just a nightmare, and of course, you know, that's, you know, if you're an arborist and you have equipment, you know what it's like owning it. It's a nightmare. But at the same time, if you have any technical ability, that it doesn't work out too bad. Make sure you tell them the VIN on there when you order your part. But so what I did is I unbuckled this little unit right here, and you have to use a pry bar in here just to wiggle it back and forth. There is some space there, although it seems a little tight. But this bolt comes off, and that'll give you a little bit more play to loosen up this. I obviously took the shroud off that goes over all this to access it all, and then you pull these lines off so you can hoop from underneath. You can hoop up everything from under here and hook it on, but you got to pull those grease nipples out. There's a grease nipple on both sides of this bearing. Once those are pulled off, you hoop on the belt, you slide it up back and through there, and this is where it gets kind of tricky. You want to pry this thing forward as far as you can, and what I did is I put a wrench on these bolts here to turn them. Now you always want to turn them tighten, so you're always tightening so these doesn't fly off, but and then you just walk on the belt. Don't try to take too much. One at a time, even up the first one and just keep on walking it around. I use the wrench just because it's kind of tough to get it right, but yeah, so that's and once it's all walked on there, then it's gold. The tensioner, you just bolt it back on. This thing you have to wiggle a little bit again with this, but other than that, we're good. I'm trying to do a YouTube video. Shh, you're interrupting me. All right, so that's how I deal with the BC XL 1000 belt change, because YouTube really needed one.